Yo, what's up guys, it's Lun-Gi. So today we'll be taking a look at the new Vaalmonica cards that are coming out in Legacy of Destruction. They're getting 3 new cards, a main deck monster and 2 spell cards. Maybe you already know what they do, but we'll quickly go through them. So first one is Disarmonia. So basically this card allows you to either gain 500 life points and then add one of your banished Vaalmonica cards from Vaalmonica cards to your hand, or you can take 500 and then you can add one of your Vaalmonica cards that are in your graveyard to your hand, so for some recovery for the deck. And then the other one is sort of like an E-tally, so you can special summon one Vaalmonica monster from your main deck, or if you control this one or one of the link monsters, you can simply add one of your Pendulum Vaalmonica monsters to your hand, and then the other one you can put it face up in your extra deck, so allowing you to basically set up a scale and to be able to revive one from your extra deck. So this is the current working deck list, just trying to maximize on all the important cards. Just 3 of the draw / searcher, 3 of the reveal, up to 5 I think. Reveal until you hit a Vaalmonica card and then add it to your hand or something. And then 3 of the new one that recovers, because it also gives you an extra counter on one of your cards. 3 of this E-tally like card, and then 3 of the field spell, 1 of each of the trap cards, because you can search them and you can recycle them. And then this is just basically a generic extra deck that I've been working on. Yeah, so let's just quickly take a look at the duels. First duel, we're up against looks like Bestial Chimera. Alright, so we're going first here. So one thing about this deck is that it's so weird. Like, it's supposed to be a control deck, but it kind of works like a combo deck where you need like multiple cards in order to be able to just like make very basic plays. So I'm just going through the normal plays here. I'm able to use both of the Pendulum monsters on field effects, which is very good, allowing you to recycle your spell cards, reuse them. Alright, so this is kind of like the basic field. So you have Bagooska, and then you have this card which can protect Bagooska from destruction by removing 3 resonance counters on your field. So we have a total of 6 resonance counters, so we can protect Bagooska. Right, so here he's still activating all of his effects, but yeah, Bagooska just negates all of them. So here we wanted to just steal the Chimera, just so that he wouldn't be able to make SP Little Knight with a fusion monster and then banish our Bagooska, because SP Little Knight can actually dodge targeting like negation. Alright, so he ends his turn not being able to do anything under Bagooska. Alright, so we detach our normal monster, our normal effect monster. Alright, so we normal summon, we just search for the excavator card. Right, so this card is pretty broken, so we'll just pause it. Alright, so this card is pretty broken. Giur Arme, whatever. So basically this card, you need 3 resonance counters on this Vaalmonica card to summon it, and then you can use any effect monster. So if it's link summoned, you can target monsters your opponent controls up to the number of resonance counters in your Pendulum zone and then destroy them. Right, so this card can basically like destroy like 6 monsters on the opponent's side of the field, which is pretty nutty. And if that wasn't enough, you can remove 3 resonance counters from your Pendulum zone, and then it can make up to 3 attacks during each battle phase, and it doesn't have to attack into monsters. So yeah, so you can blow up your opponent's field, and then you can attack basically for game, because that's 7/5. And then you can even normal summon like a Maxi if you're playing in the OCG, and then you can attack for game. So this card is pretty broken, but luckily it's wrapped up in an archetype that's not so good. Honestly, it's like it's kind of like a terrible version of like Sky Striker. The cards themselves are not necessarily bad, but like Konami put a bunch of unnecessary restrictions on the cards, making them worse than they otherwise should be. So let's continue. Alright, so we're just stealing Druid's Worm. Not that we needed to, but you know, just trying to go for game, not trying to do anything fancy here. Alright, so that is GG. Next up, we're up against Fire King Snake Eyes. Alright, so we go first here again. Alright, so we just do our normal plays, go for the effect monster, search for the quick play spell card so that you can actually get scales, and then you can actually summon back the dark one. So I always put the dark one in here because the life point burn effects are typically better than the life point gain effects on the spell cards. So I typically put the dark one in the not the dark one, the fiend one. Like, it's very confusing. It's got like purple background, but the fiend one, it's light attribute, but it's a fiend. So anyway, we go for IP Masquerena. So this deck can actually just like use Masquerena as one card to summon the link monsters. We can summon the one that blows up multiple monsters during the opponent's turn as well, which is pretty nice. Yeah, so that's the thing about this deck. Like, if your opponent doesn't have any hand traps and you draw like decent, you can make like a very strong field. But if there's any sort of like disruption, then the deck basically like it falls like pretty easily, because you need to be resolving like basically all of your effects or most of your effects to be able to do just something basic, like have like one negate on the field. It's just, the deck is like very underpowered, and this is the most broken thing about the deck, the link one that basically allows you to kill your opponent super easily. Alright, so we beat them, GG. So this will be the last duel against Mikanko Goblin Biker deck. I have no idea what he was going for with this deck, but yeah, it doesn't seem like he had much going on for him. All he has is this Mikanko card. It steals my monster, which doesn't really matter because I already used its effect. And then yeah, so I think here we'll just be able to OTK them. So of course, if your opponent doesn't have any interruption, you can, okay, so doesn't even give us a chance to OTK him. So that's GG. Yeah, so that's it for the duels with Vaalmonica. I think the support is good, but I don't think it's good enough to even make this deck rogue, honestly. Like, you just have to resolve multiple cards, and it's still very inconsistent because for some reason this card doesn't trigger on special summon, so your E-tally is not actually like a one card combo in the deck. It's just so silly. I don't know why this card couldn't just trigger on special summon. It's just, yeah, it's just one of those cases where Konami just overbalances cards, because if you look at this archetype, there aren't any broken cards. Like, none of these cards are broken at all. Like, they're just decent cards, and it's just the design is just so, the design is so bad. Like, they're all dependent on you having like the scales, and then you having resonance counters, and for that to happen, like, your opponent has to basically not have any interruption, or you have to just draw like 5 engine cards where even if your opponent has interruption, you can still resolve stuff. And that's very much wishful thinking. So you're not going to be able to, you're not even going to be able to compete at a locals. I think at a competitive locals, you're not going to be able to unless people are playing jank decks. Then you can compete. Can you beat people if they draw 0 hand traps? Yeah, sure, of course. This card is pretty broken, right? It's pretty broken. The field spell can steal your opponent's monsters. Sure, you can steal some wins here and there, but competitive wise, this is not, yeah, this is not it. Maybe you can mix them with Sky Strikers to try and, I don't know, try and get something decent going, but as it stands, it's just a very decent casual deck, and that is my evaluation. But anyway, thank you for watching. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.